Greetings from David the Holy Ghost and the great Almighty God. You know, the big guy way up yonder that you worship, that you may have cursed, I didn't answer your prayers soon enough, this, that, or the other, and stuff like that. The ones that a lot of your religious leaders make up BS stories about because they really don't know a whole lot about God. They got to read a book that's 2,000 years old and stuff like that to make up stories and stuff. Well, let God clue you in to this wonderful man. This is my beloved David Eugene Davis, that it was a chosen one long before I blew life in his body. I put everybody together, put everything in sequence, and I even had his mother name him David, because this is my David, 23rd Psalm, the Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd. Anyway, I took this beloved man to a little mission, January 15, 2007, in Clinton, Oklahoma, to be saved. And a little man, he was freezing. He was stuck in an ice storm outside Oklahoma City for 3 days and stuff like that. So when he got to the little mission, he could have cared less about God. All he wanted was a warm bed to sleep in, and that's what I got him. And not long after that, he started saying there was something mystical about this house, something big, supernatural was going on in Clinton, Oklahoma. But anyway, with the Holy Ghost, I left my throne in heaven behind, and now I walk the earth with my beloved David. And it's in our book, One Man and God, from Ex Libris Publishing. You can get it there as a book or ebook version, also at Barnes & Noble as a book or on Nook, also at Amazon.com as a book or on Kindle, or check with your local bookstore. This is the true amazing story about the life and times of David and God, and we can pass a polygraph on it. Now, we're coming up on around March the 1st, and I'm thinking that will be the 6th anniversary of my life on earth with my beloved David, who I now call the Holy Ghost, because I walk the earth through my beloved David with the Holy Ghost. And hopefully Bike Week will be going on. We're going to be over on Main Street checking out the babes, dancing on the bars and stuff, because God's into girls, and we may be too old to catch it, but we can sure as hell watch them. That's what a lot of the guys are doing over there and stuff like that. So we're going to celebrate with a couple beers. Now, let God tell you, we could pass a polygraph on this book. I don't know about the guys that wrote the Bible. I don't know what they were smoking. I don't think they could pass a polygraph on some of the stuff that they wrote. First of all, the thing that pisses me off the most is people think that, I think even Bill O'Reilly on the O'Reilly Factor thinks that Jesus is God. Well, Bill, if you watch this video, it is not so. All you theologians, the Pope, all your religious leaders, some of you are pretty good, some of you probably couldn't find your asses with both hands. You got to read a 2,000-year-old book and make up BS stories about God. Well, some of you, God talks to and leads around this, that, and the other. So we won't say anything bad about you. But you wanted, well, you know, we're in the end times. The Mayans blew it. That poor guy blew it last year. Man, one guy, I think he spent $140,000 of his own money. Man, I would have saved my money and just waited for God or Jesus. If you want to wait for Jesus, like it's in the book, you'll be waiting till hell freezes over and stuff like that. I am not Jesus. I am not Jesus. Let me say this again. I am not Jesus. And whoever wrote the Revelation of St. John, I guess the angel spoke to John on the island of Patmos, man, they were like Cheech and Chong. They must have been smoking something good. They must have been up in smoke. There is no resurrection. Let me explain this very carefully. There is no resurrection, no 7 vials of wrath, no 7 trumpets, this, that, and the other, angels doing this, churches, whatever. There is no resurrection. You think you already died, you've already come home as a spirit and as a ghost, and you have to see it to believe it. I can't explain it to you properly, you to David and stuff like that. You stood before me, I've judged you, I've even put you in the fires of hell, I've brought you back to torment you some more. You cannot comprehend what I can and will do to a lot of you. You vile, evil people and stuff like that cast God aside during the election and stuff like that. Bishop Jackson, I think out of Virginia, warned a lot of people about turning their backs on God, but people did it anyway. Homosexual marriage, baby killing and stuff like that. Is there anything about that in the Bible? I don't think so. So anyway, God's going to light your asses up, all you atheists and stuff like that. You're well in the Satan News Networks, ABC, CNN, MSNBC, CBS, and stuff like that, NBC. You're God's enemies, and God's going to light your asses up. We're in the end times. It's in the book. It's going to take one catastrophic event. It's not catastrophic to God and David. That's the end of life on earth as you know it. So all you vile, evil ones, bend over and kiss your asses.